talking about the first day of my trip. I'll start there. So I wrote in the post for my flight attendant friends the city code abbreviations to like the destination from Miami to where I went to next and to where I went to next. So I had to take on the first day, I left February 1st. And just to recap, so this was an early birthday gift for myself, and I have been planning and saving this for a few months. So I already knew like in advance the dates that I was gonna go. I had a tour guide that I've been emailing back and forth with, and I'll get into all that later. So February 1st, I took a flight at 4:30 in the afternoon to Milan, and that was the only reason I was in Milan. And that's where you guys saw that picture that I posted, because I was sitting for about 5.5 hours, and there's a train that went from the Milan airport to the Milan Metroplex, kind of like their downtown. So, you know, being that I had time to burn, I just went ahead and took the train down there and sightsee, and I did bring back some stuff. Everywhere I go, I try to bring back things just to remember that vacation. So I did bring back some euros, and I always give like my little brother my leftover currency. And that was it. That was all that I literally did in Milan. So from there, I took the train back to the airport, went through security, went through passport in order. They have to stamp your passport. If I can find mine. Here's mine. And then from there, I just waited at my gate for my flight to Cairo. I took AirItaly to Cairo, and I landed around 6:30 at night on the 2nd. So February 1st, I left at 4:30 in the afternoon, arrived in Milan, Italy at 8 a.m., sat for about 5.5 hours, and then took a flight from Italy to Cairo and landed about 6:30 that night. So that flight was about 4 hours. Once I arrived, I just text, and I have this app that I downloaded called WhatsApp. So when you're in another country, and let's just say like you want to chat or call people, this is just like a really convenient way to do so, especially with people in other countries. So I messaged him on WhatsApp, let him know the terminal that I was in, and he walked me to where I had to exchange my currency, and I had to get a visa. So once you arrive in Egypt, you have to get a visa before you can go through any other steps, like go through customs and passport, and go through baggage claim. You have to get your visa. The visa was $25. And it'll look like this. Sorry. So, yeah, my tour guide, he helped me, and told me what I needed to do over the phone. And then, so he met up with me after I got my visa, and after I exchanged some currency. And here's the currency from Egypt. That's 200 pounds, and here is 10 pounds. So 200 pounds, it's like, I think he said like maybe $20 or something like that. He helped me the entire 2.5 days that I was there, because I was trying to figure out their currency and everything. Hold on, I'll look it up for you guys. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. So wrong. So 200 pounds is $11 US. And so 10 pounds is 57 cents. That's what I brought back. Okay, so he met up with me, helped me through all of that, helped me get through passport, and then helped me with my luggage. So as far as luggage, I do suggest that you guys pack light. So I brought one suitcase, just one rollerboard suitcase, and just my purse. Inside my suitcase, I did pack a book bag to walk around the city with, and to keep my belongings in, anything I thought I might need, like water, my selfie stick, my GoPro, my money, my passport. It was just really convenient to try to keep everything on me. And also, I do recommend bringing a portable battery. It's charging back there, but that helped me out because their electric sockets is completely different than the ones here. And I knew that, and I used to have like a converter, but on one of my other layovers, I left it in a hotel, so I had to go on Amazon and find a new one. But yeah, their socket is completely different from ours. It's like two holes on top of each other. So I highly recommend either going on Amazon and buying a converter, or bringing a portable charger, because they do have the USB ports, you know, in their homes, on their computer, at the airport. So just food for thought. So from there, so we're on February 2nd, it's the night. So I traveled solo, completely solo, because I've always wanted to go, and I really did not want, I just thought it'd be easier just to go by myself. And I didn't want to wait on anybody, just in a nutshell. I just didn't want to wait on anybody, I just wanted to go, so I went. So that night, when I was talking to my tour guide, I explained to him why I was going by myself. And he explained to me, first off, Egypt is very safe, okay? So don't go and think that you might get hurt or anything like that. Like, no, it's completely safe. Just, I do recommend having a tour guide. So he was talking to me. He did not feel comfortable with me staying in a hotel by myself. And I really didn't think much about it, because, you know, when I'm on my layovers, I have the crew with me, but I basically venture out by myself. But it's completely different when you have no one traveling at all with you. So he took me to his home, where I met his wife and his 4 kids. And they all were so humble, so sweet to me. And I just want to say that I appreciate their gratitude. I appreciate them welcoming me into their home, feeding me, and allowing me to meet their family. And from there, I met their cousins. He had a huge family, and I met all of them. So he invited me to stay at his house instead of staying at the hotel. I know that sounds kind of, you know, scary, but, you know, I trusted him, I trusted his wife, and I trusted God. And so I was like, okay, you're right, you know, I'm here by myself. At least let me be with somebody that I've been communicating with and that I know. So the first night I did stay there. I was a little nervous, but when I woke up the next morning, I was like, there's nothing to be nervous about. Like, the kids came into my room and they were like, you know, talking to me. They didn't speak English, but they were at least talking with me, hugging me, and I could feel their warmth. I could feel their, you know, their joy. So I really enjoyed waking up the next morning to all of that. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the night that I arrived in Cairo. Sorry if I skip around a lot. I'm just so excited. So that night, yes, I met all of his family and they fed me. And they had a type of chicken that was like barbecued. There was like no sauce or anything on it, but it had like, I'm not really sure if it was basil or what was on it, but it was so good. They had hummus, warm hummus, pita bread, and oh my gosh, I was already hungry because of the long flight, the long day that I had. And so when I tasted their food, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So one thing to just keep in mind there, they do not use, let me take that back. They do have silverware and all that jazz, but they don't, it's not like they use it on a regular. So we ate with our hands, basically. So, you know, you take the pita bread, you rip it up, you dip it in the hummus, you just scoop everything up. So what I did was I was just like scooping everything up, and I just rolled like pieces of chicken in it and kind of made like a wrap. And it was so good. Like, so good. So that was it for the first night. Met the family, and that was really it. So the next morning, for breakfast, we had falafel, and he had explained to me what it was. It was so good. Like, I could just eat falafel like that whole day. But they had some eggs and some other stuff. It was more pita bread, and I think it was like a bean kind of. It was some looked like a dip, but I could see beans were in it, so I wasn't really sure what the name of that was. But I basically ate the falafel and eggs because it was just so good, and I was just, again, scooping it up and eating it with my hands. Also, keep in mind that when you do go there, to be very respectful of their culture, because they're welcoming you into their home. Just like you go to somebody else's home, you would expect them to be respectful of your home and your space. So just, you know, remember to do that when you're going to really any country. But I was trying to make sure that with that, you know, with their, you know, their different ways of doing things, I was being very respectful. So after dinner and after breakfast, I would just normally like wash my hands because they didn't have like napkins. They had like towels and stuff. So I would just like a regular towel. So I would just, you know, dry my hands with a towel. No big deal. Let's see what else. Lord, I did so much. Okay, so after breakfast, I changed clothes and we went to our first activity, which was the pyramids. And we rode there horseback. Guys, sorry to jump ahead, but I'm still sore from riding that horse because I've never been on a horse that long. I've never ridden a horse. I've sat on a horse, but I've never ridden a horse. So we were probably total the whole day, probably riding a horse for about 3 hours. So our first stop, we horseback rode through the desert in the sand, like in the Bible days. Like, I was thinking about that as we were trotting. I was like, I feel like we're, you know, those three guys, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. They were following the North Star or whatever. So we get to the pyramids of Giza, and oh, I did post those pictures, yeah, but I need to post videos too. So that's all of these pyramids here. Like all those pyramids. And we saw, yeah, cool guy here. And I'm gonna post these videos. I'm sorry, I'm so behind. I literally just got in the house. So, yeah, I was able to climb up the first pyramid. Just climb up there, sit on there, take some cute pictures. And then from there, the pyramid right beside it, I forgot the name of it. Sorry. I was able to go down in it. I had to kind of like climb down. I have a video of that too, of me climbing down of what was like a ladder to get underneath it to see the tombs, kind of like you know, like their burial ground. and they had lights and everything in there, so it wasn't dark. I didn't feel unsafe or anything like that. But it was a sight to see. It was amazing, you know, for it to be such a small space. I don't know how many caskets they could fit in there, but they had it all, and I'll post the video again of how they would bury them. And then you just climb back up the ladder. Okay, so from there, I went into another tomb underground. Got on the camel, was able to ride through the sand on the camel. And guys, okay, so of course, never ridden a camel. They are very high up. I was kind of expecting when I got on it to kind of be like how I got on the horse. No, so the camel kind of like lifts its back end up and then its front end. So I'm like holding on for dear life because I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I was not expecting to be that high up. And they do have the humps, but they had like padding on there, so it wasn't like you were sitting between the humps or anything like that. You were just sitting on the padding. So that was fun, like getting to ride through the desert on the camel. Also, keep in mind, around the pyramids, there are a lot of people selling things. Be very, very careful when you interact with those sellers, because they will come up to you and smile to you and hand you like a Coke or something, and then open it and then be like $5, which is like, you know, what, 20 pounds, or not 20 pounds, maybe 20 pounds. And you're like, I don't want that. I'm just smiling back to you, you know? So that was one thing my tour guide did kind of caution me about. He was like, just be careful interacting with them, because if you take it, you have to pay them. So yeah, just kind of go straight to the activity you're going to. I'm not saying be rude, but just go straight there, because they're very direct there. They will be like, and don't take offense if they are like, go, or eat, or anything like that. They're just very direct people. What else? Oh, tipping. I did try to be reasonable when I was tipping people, because like the camel ride, they just wanted a tip. It wasn't like I had to pay for it and then tip them. So I gave him first 100 pounds. 100 pounds is $5, and then so they will ask for more. And I don't know if they just kind of feel like we as Americans have money like that, but I'm like, okay. I mean, I gave them another 100 pounds, but just be aware that they will ask for, oh, do you have extra? Do you have more? Some people give me 20, some people give me 40, some people like, well, I'm not some people, I'm giving you this. And then I had one guy teach me that was with my tour guide. He was like, just say, it's coming from my heart, and they'll appreciate it. Just say, this is from my heart, and just give them what you have. Egypt is expensive, but you don't have to make it expensive. When you are booking everything, just make sure you're very direct with whomever your tour guide is, and I'll give you my information of my, like, who I went through. And just make sure you have a list of activities and prices ahead of time. That way, when you get there, prices don't change. And you know what you're paying for ahead of time, and you know what to bring and what you can and cannot afford. So the tour of my for the pyramids, there were two types of tours. You can do the all-day tour, which is what I did, or you can do just the half-a-day tour. The half-a-day tour is $50. The full-day tour is a little bit more than that. But it was well worth it. Just be aware that with the all-day tour, you are going to see a lot more of Egypt, the city side as well as the countryside. And I have video of that too. I just want to say, like, don't go there and just be super open-minded. Don't be scared, because you're going there to be to learn. You're going there to learn. So go there look at their culture, look at their ways, learn about it, and ask questions. So when we got to the second set of pyramids, finally, we couldn't go directly to them because it was a long trot through the desert, and the police were blocking it off. So we were able to get close enough to take pictures with it, but we couldn't go like I did the first set. We couldn't go directly to it. I have a question. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I'm sorry. Let me see if I have any more questions. Oh, thank you, Carol. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Does anybody have any direct questions about anything that I've said so far? Okay. So yeah, I'll post video of the countryside, just so, because I want everybody to be aware of what you're going to see there, where you're not shocked. Because I was shocked, but I was also curious. I like learning new things. So, yes. So we get to the second set. It's blocked off by the police, so we couldn't really go there. So we just trotted throughout the desert, took some cute pictures, and then trotted back to the road. And then from there, he drove us back into town. And into town, we were able to go shopping, and I can show you guys all that I bought. Yes, it was beautiful, Tracy. It was, I don't even know if beautiful is a word. It was incredible. It was very interesting, and I like being able to go someplace and just seeing how their culture works firsthand. So, oops. So we get to the shops after the pyramid tour, and I was able to go to a jewelry store. Their jewelry store was a little expensive, and the way it was explained to me is because it was their gold. Okay. So, like, I did want to buy a necklace that had the hieroglyphic letters on there, where you can write your name on there, and also get the symbols on there, but it was like $350. Yeah, sorry, completely out of my budget. They had silver, platinum silver, but that was still like almost $100 just to get it engraved and get a symbol on there. So just be aware of that. Again, they're going to try to push, and they're going to try to haggle, and you can haggle back, but just be very, oh no, I'll do a deal for you. Just buy. And I'm like, okay. So at the shops, that's it. I was able to buy, I bought these shoes. I thought they were so cute. So I bought a pair, made in Egypt. And then I bought this super cute tie. Scarf made with Egyptian cotton. And then they gave me this as a gift. Thought that was really cute. I have all 3 pyramids on there. Just, okay. Oh, I forgot about the first stop that I made. It's actually, so it was supposed to be a surprise for my mom and dad. But let me go ahead and open it. So there they have a lot of oils. Like essential oils, oils for your joints, oils for just for your hair, for your face. So I did buy 2 that I thought were that smelled really good. One was called Happiness Time, and then one was called Businessman. So I really think my family will like that. So I did buy these 2, and I was given this as a gift. Which I'm gonna put the oils in and give to my mom. Okay, so also on the oils, just again, they were about $75, depending on the size that you wanted. So, you know, they will haggle, they'll you know, bargain with you, but just be aware of what you're paying for, because they won't tell you the price immediately. They'll say, what do you want? Let me get it for you. We'll work out price later. Find out the price before anything. And that's everywhere you go. Always find out the price before you before you get it. So I got that. That was really cute. So yeah, after shopping, we went for dinner, and I went to his cousin's house that night for dinner with the rest of his family. We had this really good, it was like, what's it called? Cabbage? Yeah, cabbage. It was like a cabbage lettuce filled with rice. It was steamed cabbage filled with rice, wrapped up, and it was really good. And I posted this picture on my Instagram, but it looked like this, and it was so good. And then from there, I played with the kids. Oh, they all wanted me to braid their hair. So I was sitting down braiding their hair for them. And then we went outside and they played, I wish I could remember the name of the game, but it was a game that I played with them where you just toss the marble inside of a small hole. But I'll post this video just so you guys can see. I'll post it so you guys can watch it. But that was a lot of fun, getting to interact with them, play their games. Okay, so that was it for the second night. So the third morning, we again had falafel for breakfast and boiled eggs. And then that day, that's when I went to the museum, and I'll post videos of the museum where I saw the mummies, more tombs, more like stones with hieroglyphic writing carved in it, like a lot of interesting artifacts. And then after that, that's when I was able to sail on the Nile. I thought that was pretty cool. And then after sailing on the Nile, that night we went back. I did a lot. I crammed as much as I could in the 2.5 days that I was there. And my last night there, we did a dinner cruise. So all in all, I really enjoyed my time there. I thoroughly, I would go back. I will go back, but I would probably go with somebody else or a group. And I would probably do things a little bit different. But I do recommend going if you've never, or you have an interest of going. If you want to know best routes to go, please let me know. Please message me on Facebook, or if you have my number, call me or text me. And I'll be more than happy to tell you the best route to go, pricing, how much the tour was, how much activities are, all of that. Just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share that information with you. Do you have any questions? How was the currency exchange rate? The currency exchange rate was the US dollar divided by 17.5. So here is what this is what 200 Egyptian pounds look like. And this is $11, like $11 and some change. And then here is a 10 pound Egyptian, $10 or 10 Egyptian pounds, sorry. And that's like 50 cents or 57 cents or something like that I said. Yeah. So, again, if you have, oh, that'd be fun for a honeymoon. Yeah. So if you have questions on anything, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Any questions? Anything else? All right, so last thing then, and I'll wrap this up. Coming back, I did take a flight through Charles de Gaulle, which is Paris, France. My sit time there was literally like 4 hours, and it took 2 hours to get through security. So, in customs. So, I didn't go exploring while I was there. I just did not have time. And I'll be back. I'm not in a rush. But while I was there, I was told that they have really good wine. So, it's supposed to be a surprise for my parents. And I'm, you know, just be surprised, parent, mom and dad, if you're watching this. So, they do, oh, if you buy anything like duty free, they're going to wrap it up, seal it just like this. Oh, so weak. Okay, got it. So I did buy some wine there. I bought a red wine. And their mustards, I was told was really good in Paris. So I bought this variety pack. And I can't wait to try it, see what this is about. It looks like this. This is, oh, don't know how to, yeah, there we go. You can see it. Okay. And then from there, I just sat and waited on my flight home to Miami. And that was my trip. I don't think, oh, I forgot. So as a gift, they did give me, I forgot all about that. They did give me a scarf. Yes, this is the headscarf that I wore in the desert, just to keep the sand, you know, out of my face, out of my hair. Because, okay, it's really, really hot during the day and really, really cold at night. Be sure to bring sunscreen and moisturizer. For your scalp, like my scalp and my skin was drying out, so I did bring some moisturizer, sunscreen, and Vaseline in case I needed it. But please be sure to bring moisturizer. You're going to need it. And you know, if they're nice enough, or if you can, to get like a scarf, get it. You're going to need it. And then my tour guide's wife gave me this. It's one of their dresses. So I thought that was really sweet of him. But that's everything, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys have any other questions about anything, please feel free to call, text, message me on Facebook, and I'll be happy to answer any further questions. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.